Hello everyone, welcome back to SLD Biology. Look at this guys, they're running, jumping, twisting, bending, and their bones remain still strong. How do you think their bones are able to withstand such severe stresses caused by these activities? Well, to get the answer, let us dive into the components of bones, which is the prime focus of this video lesson. Let's get started. The bones, they are made up of cellular components. They are made up of organic and inorganic components. Cellular components are formed by the 4 different types of cells, which are osteocyte, osteoclast, osteoblast, and osteoprogenitor or stem cells. In this video, we are going to prioritize these 3 cells. And when it comes to extracellular matrix, which can also be written as ECM, all in caps lock, they are formed by collagen type 1 fibers, which forms the organic component, and hydroxyapatite crystals, which forms the inorganic components. And they are mainly made up of calcium and phosphates minerals. So what is type 1 collagen fibers? They are the type of collagen that provides flexibility to our bones. If you ever wonder why our bone doesn't break easily when you jump or run or twist or bend, is because of collagen fibers, because they provide great flexibility at the same time they provide durability to the bones. And if you wonder why our bones are hard, it is provided by the hydroxyapatite crystals. So hydroxyapatite crystals provide strength and rigidity to our bones. So type 1 collagen fibers, they are the most abundant type of collagen in our body. And these are the one that provides flexibility and provides great tensile strength to our bones. And it also helps in absorbing shock. So what will happen if our bone does not have collagen? It will be brittle, meaning it will break easily like this, right? So this doesn't happen normally. Why is that? Because of collagen fibers. So be grateful that we have it in our bones. Otherwise, your bones will be just like pencil, which will break easily. So therefore, collagen fibers, they are very important. It helps in withstanding the pressure or the impacts caused by the activities. It provides flexibility to our bones and prevents bone from breaking easily. Therefore, it acts like a cushion to reduce the stress on our bones. As discussed, our bones are very hard. They're very strong and provides us with the support and protection. It's because of the hydroxyapatite crystals. They are formed by the deposition of calcium and phosphate minerals. So you can imagine what will happen if there is no calcium and phosphate in your diet. Your bones will be brittle and you may be suffering from osteoporosis. So to sum up, hydroxyapatite crystals provide strength and rigidity to our bones. So extracellular matrix, they occur as very thin layers, which we call it lamellae, Lamellaae, which is a plural. If you want to write it singular, you can cut off E at the end. So lamellae are the thin layers which are formed by extracellular matrix, and they occur in 3 forms, which are known as concentric lamellae or Haversian lamellae, and circumferential lamellae, and interstitial lamellae, which you will come across in Haversian system. Hydroxyapatite crystals, they make up 40% of our bone extracellular matrix, and our bone also consists of water. So water will make up 25%. And when it comes to the collagen fibers, they will make up around 35%. And by the way, remember there are also other minerals other than calcium and phosphate, and other proteins other than collagen. But we don't have to focus on that. You just focus on these key concepts. Let us now move on to the cellular components. So we are going to first prioritize these three cells: osteocyte, osteoclast, and osteoblast. As you can see here, osteocyte, I have drawn the diagram. Osteocyte, they have a very unique star-shaped structure with long, thin extensions called dendrites, which extend through the canaliculi, which are very little canal. And osteocytes, they are embedded inside a very small space called lacuna. If you want to write it plural, you can write E at the end. So this will be the singular. So lacuna are filled with nutritious fluid, and in this you can find osteocytes. And osteocytes, they are surrounded by calcified or mineralized bone. So this position helps osteocyte to monitor the bone environment. And when it comes to the osteocyte having dendrites or extensions, I'm sure that this sounds very familiar. You have come across a neuron, right? So dendrites, they are extensions or little processes, or you can say filopodia. So these extensions, it allow the osteocyte to communicate with other bone cells and also exchange signals, and it will help osteocyte to regulate the bone remodeling process. Though they can't participate directly, but they can regulate. They can help maintain the balance between bone resorption and bone remodeling. And canaliculi, they are very important structure. They are very little canal which forms a network through the bone matrix, and they help in supplying the nutrients and oxygen to the bone cells. And remember, they are connected to the Haversian canal. You see, osteocytes, they are blessed with dendrites, which allow osteocyte to communicate with other bone cells. That is osteoclast and osteoblast. So therefore, whenever the bone undergoes stress, and whenever they need to repair and heal, osteocyte can detect the signal, and they can send this signal to osteoclast and osteoblast to initiate bone remodeling process. So therefore, osteocyte, they help in maintaining the bone tissue and also help in detecting the mechanical stress and strain which are caused on our bones. Here we go again. Let us summarize the function of osteocytes. But before that, let me tell you, osteocytes, they are mature bone cells that maintains the overall health of our bone. Osteocytes, they are capable of detecting mechanical stress and strain on our bones. So when bones are subjected to stress, like during physical activity, osteocytes, they can detect the stress and they can send signal to other bone cells such as osteoclast and osteoblast to initiate bone remodeling. So therefore, this can send signal to osteoblast and osteoclast to initiate. To initiate what? Yes, there you go, to initiate bone remodeling. By the way, bone remodeling is a process where our bone undergo break down and then heal, they repair, and then you will have a new healthy bone. And osteocytes, they help balance bone resorption and bone formation, ensuring that our bone remain healthy and strong. Let us now move on to osteoclast, which are bone resorbing cells, meaning they will break down our bone tissue whenever necessary. And osteoclast, as you can see from the diagram, they are very large sized bone cell and multinucleated with a ruffled border. Having multiple nuclei will increase the efficiency of osteoclast in resorbing the bone cells, and it will also make them have large size. By the way, they look very dangerous, right? And they also have a ruffled border, which are small tiny projections or foldings, as you can see there. So what is the purpose of ruffled border? It will help in increasing the surface area of osteoclast. And by having larger surface area, osteoclast can have proper contact with the bone, and then they can secrete their enzymes such as proteinases enzyme, such as proteolytic enzymes, which are, if I state one example, collagenase, which will digest collagen fibers, and acid phosphatases, which will digest these hydroxyapatite crystals, and there are many other enzymes such as cathepsins. So these hydrolytic enzymes will digest the hydroxyapatite crystals and organic components, collagen, overall you can say osteotes, so they can digest these and carry out their role efficiently. So thanks to ruffled border for enhancing the surface area or increasing the surface area, and it also enhances the ability of osteoclast in bone resorption. And dear students, if you have ever broken your bones or got fractured, you should be thankful to osteoclast, because osteoclasts, they were involved in removing those stressed bones or strained bones. And you should also be thankful to them because they have helped in removing the old bones and gave you the opportunity to form brand new bones to the osteoblast. And remember, they work as a team. We now have osteoblast. Osteoblast, they are typically cuboidal or columnar in shape when they are actively involved in bone formation. Each osteoblast contains single nucleus and a prominent nucleolus. And by the way, they are bone-forming cells. Prominent nucleolus indicates that they have very high metabolic activity, and as you can see in the diagram, they have abundance of rough endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes, because if you relate to their function, they are bone-forming cell, meaning they will be involved in forming new bone matrix, particularly the osteote, which are formed by the collagen proteins. So therefore, they are essential for protein synthesis. And that is why they will have abundance of rough endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes. And primarily, they are involved in the formation of collagen fibers and other components of bone matrix. They also have small extensions, which we call it Filopodia. So this will help osteoblast communicate with other bone cells, and it will enhance their contact with the bone matrix that they are forming. So they will help communicate with other bone cells and enhance their contact with the bone matrix that they are forming. So to sum up, osteoblasts, they are bone-forming cells, and they are primarily involved in the formation of osteote, which are organic components of bones, which are mainly made up of collagen fibers. and other proteins. Let us revisit the functions of osteoblast. Osteoblasts, they are bone-forming cells. Therefore, they are primarily involved in the formation of collagen and other proteins, which forms the osteotes, and they are uncalcified or unmineralized extracellular matrix. And osteoblasts, they play a crucial role in the remodeling process by working alongside with the osteoclast. We now have osteoprogenitor cells, which are also called as stem cells. By the way, do you know the function of stem cells? They are undifferentiated cells, all right? And they have the ability to differentiate into any kind of cells. When it comes to osteoprogenitor cell, they have the ability to differentiate and gain a specialized structure and function. And osteoblasts, they are primarily involved in the formation of osteoblast. So they can differentiate and turn it into osteoblast. And that is how osteoprogenitor cells contribute in bone remodeling by supplying new osteoblast. So that's it. Now you can challenge yourself by answering these questions. How do lifestyle choices such as diet and exercise influence the activity of osteoblast and osteoclast? Can you think of a specific example? What might happen to bone health if osteoclast become overactive? What conditions could arise from this imbalance? How does aging affect the balance between osteoclast and osteoblast? What are some strategies to maintain bone health as we age? What role do osteocytes play in the communication between osteoblast and osteoclast? How might this affect bone remodeling? So you can answer these questions, and you can even share your answers in the comment section. If you have any doubt, you can also comment or ask in the comment section. And for the next lesson, I'll be moving on with the two types of bones, mainly the compact and sponge bone, the structure of compact bone, that is hibernation system, and the types of sponge bone, and we will get down with their functions.